Yo, what up guys? In this video, I'm reviewing Speak No Evil. So the director of this movie is James Watkins. And have you heard of him? Well, I know I haven't. He's done The Woman in Black, The Take, and a few TV shows. So I feel like he's kind of an under-the-radar director. Nevertheless, you have James McAvoy, Mackenzie Davis, Scoot McNairy, Aisling Franciosi, Dan Hugh, and Alex Leffler. Okay, so everyone knows this trailer has been playing for months on end. You know, we've all seen the part of the trailer where James is smiling creepily. Like, we've all seen that. And so, for me personally, I was looking forward to this, for the most part. You know, he just gave off that creepy look. And I really just wanted to see how he would perform and kind of the story behind it, because the trailer was somewhat compelling, kind of looked generic, but at the same time, I wanted to see how he did. And after watching this movie, I gotta say, James carried the movie, and overall, I think it was enjoyable. Alright, so this movie is basically about a British family inviting this kind of American family over to their countryside house in the middle of nowhere, and after, you know, a few days of fun, kind of tense, awkward moments, things start to take a turn when they start to realize who these people really are. Alright, so let me just get into the pros and the cons, and I'll start with some of the pros. I think the main one is James McAvoy. He carried. Golly, he does such a good job of showing, like, just two different people. Just expressing the tension, the awkwardness, the, like, secondhand embarrassment that you feel. Whether it's when he's disciplining his kids, or whether there's a scene when they're at the dinner and she's explaining how she's a vegetarian and he's just like... And it's just scenes like that, even at the beginning of the movie, the middle of the movie, just anytime he's in, he just makes it like awkward and tense for no reason. And it's just crazy how good he did. Like, just overall, the facial expressions, even the ending, just overall, James McAvoy carried this movie. Along with that, I think they did a good job of selling the story. You know, it's two families who have never met before. They meet at this one area, and then they kind of... The one family is reluctant to take on the offer of going out into the country of people they barely know, but they figured, why not? Let's just live a little. And so they do a good setup there, and just the story in general, I think, is pretty good for the most part. Keeps you entertained, and less suspense in here as well. You know, a lot of times when James is in the scene, it's just suspenseful because you want to know if he's going to freak out or how he's going to act. And, you know, the supporting cast, they did a good job as well, whether it was the kids or the other family. They all did their part, but at the end of the day, James carried this movie. As far as the cons go, I gotta say, I think the pace, it really depends on if you wanted to watch this movie or you didn't, because I feel like if you did want to watch this and you were kind of excited for it, you will like this movie. And the pace, I think the pace is fine, you know, for the most part. It keeps you, like I said, engaged, the suspense, just James on screen. You're kind of just locked in. You want to see how he reacts. Along with that, I think there are some story elements, maybe plot holes in here. Not a lot, but there's a scene where maybe middle of the movie or so, they have an opportunity to just get away or escape. But the reason they can't or they don't, it's like, come on. And then the last con, I think, is that the ending was kind of anticlimactic or underwhelming in a way. You know, and I think the movie kind of climaxes a little too early. Maybe like 3/4 in. That last quarter, maybe third of the movie. Overall, this movie, if I had to rate this, me personally, I'd give it a piston cup. I do think it's worth watching in theaters, but it really depends on your expectation levels. But those are just my thoughts. Comment below, you know, your favorite part of the movie, and if you agree or disagree with me, because I'd be very curious to know. And so with that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you all for watching another movie review, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.